I'll tell you what, TV crew here. Steve's behind the camera, James is asleep. We did the review of McDonald's burger and said I bet I could do better myself, so that's what I'm doing, trying to anyway. And I'm about to stack up the burgers, so you can watch me put the burgers together, or try to at least. So it's going to be a bit of a mismatch. The burgers were too big to cook in a frying pan, so I'm going to let them sit for a moment. Yeah, they were too big for my frying pan, which was a little bit of a problem. Well, we'll see how we get on anyway. Right, I need to turn everything off. Okay, so how I think a McDonald's Big Mac should be anyway. So let's go. We're going to start off with burger and burger. Already, just this one burger is probably bigger than both of the other burgers that were in the Grand Mac together. Okay, so burger, little bit of cheese. Don't need too much cheese yet, really. You can tell I've got a messy kitchen as well, by the way. A little bit of seasoning. Been watching Gordon Ramsay today. Got to season everything, you fucking wanker. Okay, he's not a cockney, but you are allowed to speak as well, by the way, Steve.
Hello.
Okay.
My mouth's watering too much.
Well, we'll see if it's still going to be the same in a few moments. I can't work out. I'm going to put the bacon in the middle, actually. I'm going to put the bacon in now. I couldn't decide at which point to put the bacon in. Now, I've only gone for the one rasher of bacon because it's going to get completely smothered and covered in a few moments' time by some pulled pork. So that burger's not too bad looking at the moment. But now, hopefully, for the pièce de résistance. Took fucking ages to cook this pulled pork, by the way. I reckon we just slam it on, don't you?
Just chuck it on in the middle.
Now, I need to work out how much this is actually going to have cost. I can tell you it's not a lot.
More or less than a Grand Mac?
I think it's less than a Grand Mac. I mean, I would have liked more barbecue sauce in my pulled pork, to be honest, so that it was dripping.
Pour some on.
Well, that is why that's there. Oh, cooking is not my speciality. Bacon, don't mind a bit of bacon. Alright, not gone for normal cobs either, gone for muffin cobs, and now that, to me, is a burger, and I really should have a flag on the end of those sticks. Now the question is, does that look more appetising than a Grand fucking Mac? Because if it does, and this is cheaper, why do we bother? Okay, I probably could have put more cheese in it, but I'm happy with that. We'll see how it tastes. Or what, nearly halfway through the burger?
Yeah.
And your thoughts?
I'm wondering whether I'm going to eat it all because I'm so full up already. Very filling. Better than a Grand Mac. Definitely.
I didn't even lead him into that question. I mean, I was going to ask you, is it better than a Grand Mac? I mean, I bet half for mine, and I've loved it.
Well, I'm not stopping to talk. But yeah.
Well, I've got to say, I'm quite happy with that. It might look an absolute mess, but you know what? It's very nice. It's very tasty. James's mouth will be watering, I'm sure.
His fault for falling asleep.
Yeah, and I will work out the price, how much it costs for the burger, although I'm not going to put labour costs in there. But I'm pretty sure it will work out cheaper than a Grand Mac as well. But anyway, I'm going to finish eating my burger. So, actually, I was going to say review over out of 10. You gave a Grand Mac 10 out of 10 because it was better than a Big Mac. So come on,
Did I really give it a Grand Mac 10 out of 10?
I think you did. So come on. In comparison to a Grand Mac, just as a burger.
I remember giving the Big Mac 10 out of 10 because I'd said Big Mac is a Big Mac.
Oh, right, okay, you might have done, and then you said 8 out of 10 for the
Yeah.
Grand Mac, okay.
As a burger in a meal, 10 out of 10. In comparison to something else, like, it tops everything else I've had from McDonald's anyway.
See, maybe McDonald's should employ me. No, I doubt it. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy. Well, no, I'm going to.